Hey folks, my name is Ghast, and welcome to part 3 of the agonizing wait that is 1 o'clock in the morning, Atlantic Standard Time, because I live in the worst time zone in the history of ever. I'll tell you what guys, this time zone stinks. Mangs gets to be European and play early, Phoenix Master 1 gets to play European and play early. The digital download is taking till 1 in the morning. I can't wait. Excruciating wait, man. So for all of us East Coasters, Maritimers, I'm guessing people who live in like Boston and New York, I feel for you. It's rough. It's rough out here. I'm really, oh god, the wait's gonna be excruciating, boss. It's gonna take so long. Anyway, so I thought maybe I could help you guys kill some time by answering some more questions. Because we're just gonna have to bide our time, you know? It's gonna be a hot minute until this game comes out. Pain. Big pain. Anyways, I'm just gonna give her, same as before. Speed around, let's get it. Thoughts on different beast races in Fire Emblem? Do you think they should return? I actually don't. See, I appreciate class diversity and I like it, but someone can correct me here, but I just feel that the beast classes are so limited. Like, the really cool thing about Fire Emblem is that you can use, like, well, I guess one of the cool things is that you can use lots of equipment and lots of weapons and stuff, but for beasts, Awakening had like a Dragon Stone and a Beast Stone. Fates had Beast Stone and Dragon Stone. Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn had Legu's limitations. So I just find Legu's, your Beast units are just really boring characters to use. I don't know, like they're always strong. I just feel like they're so limiting. I don't know, they're definitely not my cup of tea. I would appreciate more options for Beast Stones. I know it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but like, Thunder Swords don't make sense. Just give them more stones to use. Give them some more exciting weapons instead of just like their claws and stuff. Like, that's what I would really want. I think that's what Beast units really need in Fire Emblem, is like more ways to make them fun to use, you know? So hopefully you guys can see where I'm coming from with that. Will you skip all the small details and events to get to the battles, or take your time with all in the event? So this is a good question for the Let's Play specifically, because I think that I'm going to I'll probably play the small details, but I'm not sure if I'll show them in the videos, just because I want to respect your guys' time, and I want to make sure that your 45 minutes to an hour, I'm going to try to get to 45 minutes of per episode. I want them to be good. I want them to be entertaining and fun for you guys. I don't want to just have like boring, monotonous stuff. I've never really done that. I feel like I really try to cut my Let's Plays in a way that they're kind of fun and that I'm always like saying something, you know? What are your thoughts on the changes made to classes in Three Houses? For example, of changes being taken an exam to promote and classes being not weapon locked with the exception of magic. I believe I answered this question before. I think it's definitely an ambitious try, but I do think the game is wrapped around the whole mechanic. I'm not really sure why they made the exception with magic. Maybe I'm missing something with how magic works in this game. But I think taking an exam to promote is pretty cool, but I think the real cool and the really kind of woke thing is that you can change your class, and if you learn that class before. I think that's awesome. And I think now that I think about it, I think it's going to help because, it seems like at the beginning of the game, at least, that you have a small kind of group of students. I'm not really sure how long the first part of the game is. So maybe having multiple classes is going to be kind of making up for the fact that you have a limited amount of students at your disposal, or a limited amount of characters at your disposal. How do you think the archetypes of each character are going to play out, or do you think they'll remain the means of their stereotype, or is the same as they break the mold? Claude being shown as a stereotypical heel, but possibly becoming a hardened opposite with Dimitri. I have good faith in this game. I think my biggest concern is probably like Bernadetta and like Hilda, but like I said, I think hopefully Bernadetta like has opportunities where she breaks out of her shell with her supports and the paralogs that she goes through, and hopefully Hilda becomes more than just a mischievous girl. But you know, yeah, I think these characters, I think just given the small cast, they're really oozing with personality, and I really hope that kind of comes through, and I feel like they're going to this time around. Whose time skip design are you most excited to see? Annette. I'm excited. Someone tweeted at me and they're like, Annette is looking really, really good. And I'm like, oh my gosh, cannot wait. And it's Annette and Sylvain, and I saw a bit of Casper got spoiled. Lorenz's was spoiled a bit, but it wasn't like their actual like portrait. It was like their game model. So I haven't actually seen any of the like class promoted, or not class promoted, what am I thinking of, Shining Force? The Gen 2 looks. So that's going to be pretty exciting. What are your general thoughts on the experience a semi-newcomer who only played Fates Awakening could have playing 3 houses? I think there's going to be very user-friendly. I think you're going to be able to play the game smoothly. You're going to be able to learn a lot. Fun fact, my boss at work is going to pick up the game because he actually watches my YouTube stuff, and he's very, very like intrigued by it. One of my other colleagues, we're all personal trainers, right? So this is a really bizarre world, but in personal training, social media plays such a key role. And this sounds kind of funny, but like relative to like what they do on social media, what I do with like Twitter and like my Instagram sometimes, if you guys ever check that, I post like workout, not videos, but like clips of my workouts. I haven't done that in like months though. And YouTube, they're like super floored by it, because it's like if you're to someone who like has never seen like a successful YouTube channel, they are really like blown away by it. So my boss is like super intrigued by everything, and my other colleague is like picking my brain about it. Another colleague of mine like wants to start doing video game covers, and I told him, hey, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, like pick it up, play it, like it's gonna be a big deal. Like you should play this, and I'll shout you out if the videos are good enough. So yeah, I think it's going to be very accepting, and I'm really excited for new players to get into it, and this might be the first game that my friends play that I can share my experience with. It's amazing! It's so good! I'm so excited! Guys, when you live in a small town in the Maritimes in Canada, nobody even knows what Fire Emblem is. No one knows. I called the source today, and I was like, hey, do you have like a copy of 3 Houses already? And they're like, is that for the PC? No. Is it the new game or a remake of an old one? It's a new one. So like, yeah, like I'm depraved of people who like can share my experience. That's why I'm excited. I want new people to play, because that means if people like you, sir, who have played the 3DS games only, can pick it up, then, or sorry, you know what I'm saying? If people like my friends and colleagues who've never played a game feel comfortable picking it up, then definitely you guys should pick it up too. Like if you're like, this is your first Fire Emblem game since Fates and Awakening, or you haven't ever gone back, or you're feeling pretty new, trust me, this game is going to be user friendly. Or I guess newbie friendly. Why are you picking Blue Lions? Is it because of the house leader or something else? Yeah, so I think it's a twofold reason. One is because I like Dimitri the most, and I've always liked Dimitri. I said it right from the beginning that I'm sticking with Blue Lions. Before the time skip, before anything, I was just like, you know what, I'm going to go Blue Lions. I liked Felix and I liked Dedu because my justification was they look like a more mature cast, and I don't know if that really kind of, like, I mean, given the time skip, I guess everyone becomes a mature cast, but that's why I picked Dimitri, and I'm stuck with the guns. I like the cast, and lo and behold, the rest of the characters I really, really enjoy. So that's going to be really exciting. Who was your favorite design in 3 Houses? Edelgard. I feel like I answered this question. Edelgard, Annette, Sylvain, a lot of them. If all the houses were to converge at any point, who would you put as your main team? Oh, geez. Okay. So I would have, okay, I'm just going to be honest. Edelgard, Dimitri, Claude, Byleth. That's my all-star team. Those 4, obviously. Then I'm going to go Sylvain, Annette, Raphael, and Lysithea. And that's 8. Yeah. So that's my, right off the top of my head, top 8 right there. Because I feel like those characters are going to be really, really, really good in their games. What are your thoughts of the romance being in 3 houses? Do you think it'll be handled well? I think so. I have no idea. Apparently there's some controversy with with male pairings or gay pairings. I have no clue. I totally shut myself down from any news pretty much after my last coverage video, because I really just want to come in fresh, and thankfully I've been avoiding spoilers really, really well. I don't know anything, and I'm probably, sorry guys, not going to read the comments in this video, because in one of my community posts someone warned me that people are jokingly posting spoilers, so I'm not going to look at the comments, sorry. And no, that's not an invite for you guys to be poopy heads, but now you're probably incited to do it, so I probably just messed up you guys. How do you think recruiting other students will affect the story, or will there be separate sections dedicated to it? I think there's paralogs to it, but I also have no idea, because in one of the like exploration portions, you just could invite Ash to your house or something, so I don't know how it works. Do you think you'll get to pick sides again after the time skip? Because picking Blue Lions and then leaving the side with Dimitri during his brutal exploit sounds a little off. That's a good question. I think you're going to stick with the same team. Will you do a female Byleth walkthrough? If so, what house will you choose and who will you S rank? Ooh, okay. So I'm of course going to go male first. I'm probably going to S rank Annette. I think you guys are getting the feeling that I'm kind of looking forward to her the most. Again, apparently she is a really good time skip portrait, so yeah, probably her first, or Marianne. Oh god, I'm not sure anymore. I have to like look at the game and to be able to determine, but I'd probably try to S support Annette first. If I'm a girl, then I'm gonna be probably trying to S support Sylvain, just off the top of my head. And if I'm going like, I don't know, like if I'm going Black Eagles, maybe I'll try to S support Edelgard, I guess. Who would you likely kill if you had to kill one of the students in the Blue Lions? Come on, Shiro, you can't do that to me. I guess I'd have to kill... Who would you most likely kill if you had to kill one of your students in the Blue Lions? Oh my god, there's no right answer here. I'm gonna make someone angry. I guess, like, Mercedes? Because Annette's already a healer? Oh, that's danger. Oh my god, please don't get me for that. Will you be Let's Playing it? If so, Blue Lions, Golden Deer. You know what? Maybe Blue Lions, Black Eagles, Golden Deer, or Blue Lions. Well, Blue Lions first. I'll have to decide which ones that I want. What do you think happened to Byleth during the time skip that made his light? He got woke, dude. He woke up the sword, and that's what happened. Are you going to play all 3 routes? Yes. If so, do you plan to avoid spoilers until you've cleared everything, all 240 hours, or just your first playthrough? I'm probably going to avoid spoilers, and I'm probably going to try to play all 3 routes before, because I do want to do support sciences on Dimitri, Edelgard, and Claude. Spoiler alert. So that's probably my game plan. But I'm actually going to try to like bulldoze through these games, honestly. Like, I'm going to be seriously trying to play as much as I can within the next like 4... Once the game drops, I'm going to stay up like all night playing it, pop some addies, keep playing it, take a nap or so when I'm tired, but I'm gonna keep rolling, boss, because I wanna make sure that I have at least an hour's worth of content a day, and that there's a bunch of stuff backlogged, so I can really get through each route and really appreciate it, and then try to push through. So I am really gonna binge hard on this game. So I am gonna be Let's Playing it too, though. My schedule is way too erratic to do a live stream. It's crazy. I can't do it. Not with my schedule. Nuh-uh. Are hoes, in fact, mad? Yes, I would say that. I think, I'll be honest, if I was like a fan of like any other franchise and I looked at all the crazy positive hype that this game is garnering, I would be jealous. I would be pretty cheesed if like a series that I love is kind of getting marred by development problems or community nonsense. And I was like looking at Fire Emblem and seeing everyone kind of joking around and having fun, the voice actors like interacting with everyone and making like recruitment videos. Hell yeah, I'd be upset. I'd be like, where's my, like, what's up with me? Why can't my game or my community do the same thing? Fire Emblem Special, man, it's our time. This time is coming. The community is like, it's time, boss. It's time, boss. It's time, boss. Do you think the so far smaller roster of playable characters is a significant drawback for you? So far, I think I have 34 playable characters, less than even Echo's remake, disregarding some units being unplayable because roots. This is a concern I haven't seen any of you address yet, so thank you. Also keep up the great content. Thank you. I don't know, because here's my problem with really big casts, and this is a preference thing for me. I am a creature of habit, so I will stick to certain characters throughout most of my runs. Every single game I've played for Fire Emblem, there's always been a solid core team of like 6 to 8 units that I just power through with, and many of the characters get benched. And even in games where like I'm at the end game and I have like, I don't know, 12 to 13 slots, not everyone is going to be used, right? So I feel like in big roster things, the big benefit of that is all the characterization that goes on there. But with the smaller cast, you get kind of, I guess, less options to play around with. And I think that just kind of boils down to personal preference, honestly. Like, I was a fan of, you know, the smaller casts, but even in Echoes I didn't use everyone, but that still gives me some replayability options too. But even towards replayability, I'm not really huge on wanting to replay games. I've only replayed I replay Fire Emblem 7 like a million times a day because of my support sciences and my FE7 coverage that I do on the channel. But when it comes to like Awakening or Fates or Echoes, I played them like once more time throughout. I just don't have the time to really kind of enjoy a replay because my schedule is so erratic and hectic. I just gotta enjoy the time that I do have, then I gotta move on to the next thing. It's just kind of the way things are. Don't get that kind of free time. So for me, it's not really gonna be a drawback because I don't even know if I'm gonna play the game twice, and I that's just the truth. I'm not a young guy I work 2 jobs. Like, it's tough, and I got a social life to take care of, so I gotta enjoy the characters that I play with, consider them for next time, but maybe not. So I'm not really fazed about it, but I completely understand people who are. Which character do you think needs the most help development / glow up from time skip to, and why? I would say, for me personally, probably maybe like Bernadetta or Ignatz would be really interesting to see because his design is already very, very, very unique, and I think he'd benefit a lot. I think in terms of development, that's a tough question. Again, I'm gonna say Hilda, because I really hope she isn't who I think she is. I want to see what her glow up looks like for sure. Maybe Deju as well. I want to see if Deju like kind of changes how he behaves or changes his ways, because I'm just not really feeling him as much as when I first saw him. I was like, who is that large dude? I need more. I need more out of that guy. And like Ingrid, I think too. And I'm real curious to see how Sylvain looks or changes his behavior, or maybe he tries to settle down or whatever. What weapon will be oriented to your Byleth? Probably, I don't know, maybe like staves to keep with the tradition. Anything very luck based? I don't know. Probably not though. We'll see. I don't know. I kind of like going with the quirky gimmick classes. What's your current impression on the art direction and graphical prowess of the game? For the series' big return to the home console, do you feel like the visuals and animations really live up to that fact? I think the animations do very much. I think it's very lively and dynamic, and like it gives you a nice punch. So very much like Awakening and Fates, which I really enjoyed the Fates animations, and Echoes really kind of also help with that too, the snappiness of it that I really dreaded from, I thought Radiant Dawn and like the Tellius Saga had the worst animations. I think the spells were beautiful, but the rest were just like, oh my god, just let me stop. Let me go on the map animations here, which were also slow. How do you feel about Three Houses getting more positive reactions than Shield and Sword? Not even a. Of course, it feels great. It feels great to feel like we're like kind of like the most relevant, you know? Not to like poop on people who played Pokemon. I played a bunch of Pokemon when I was a kid. I played all the first 4 gens. Then I kind of stopped after. I didn't go for it. I didn't buy the 3DS one. I just played Black and White, and that was the last one I played. But I just lost interest in Pokemon. I really did. I really just started losing interest in the game. It was just getting too samey for me. And I think that's maybe the feeling that people are getting now. But I'm not the expert on that at all. What mechanics do you want to return from Before Awakening, and what... So Before Awakening, what I want to return? Maybe capturing, like Thracia capturing. I don't know how they would balance it around that because the setting isn't really appropriate for it, but like Thracia capturing was pretty sweet. But stay out, ambush spawns. Get that stuff out. Ambush spawns are not good ever. Not at all. No matter how many warnings you get, it's not cool. Don't like it. From what you can tell, do you feel this game has good map design, as well as do you know if there will be maps with unique conditions instead of defeat boss or route the enemy? I think the map design is going to be good. I think, you know, Fire Emblem for the most part, minus Revelation, has good map design. Even Echoes, I would say, has good map design. I mean, I'm a hipster that I love FE. I love Act 4's design because I think the mechanics and the options that the game gives you, especially for Celica's team, well, Celica's act, obviously it's Act 4, I think they are very, very good, and I think the game is, I mean, sure there are some duds in the maps, but for a lot of the notorious Celica maps, I like them a lot, so I think it's going to be well from what I've seen, and I'm hoping that we get some map conditions similar to Radiant Dawn, which had some variations to the map to the maps. Objectives, and yeah, that's what I think. What Fire Emblem trope do you hate the most? Probably like, I don't think it's tropes as much. I don't know. See, I don't think it's the trope that's the problem, and I'm sure people are inclined to like certain tropes more than other tropes, but I think the problem is how some of the tropes are handled. Like, for example, I'm not averse to people who are like Wrath, who are like the edgy kind of stonewally characters with not a lot to say, but they do things like they're defined by their actions type deal, rather than what they say. But sometimes those tropes are done very poorly, like with Wrath. So I can't really. It just needs the tropes just need to work well. Because any trope can be really annoying if it's just like hammed up like crazy. I know this might be the last Ask Ghast before it comes out, but I'm sure I can still get to a couple of these questions or a couple of these episodes during the run, because I'm gonna try to upload more than one video a day still, just so there's more kind of things to sink your teeth into. But yeah, guys, thanks for your questions. I really appreciate it. I apologize for it coming out in the evening today. Hopefully you guys get to see. I had a good day at work, which was great. But again, schedule is really erratic, so sometimes I'll get these videos out in the evening, sometimes in the morning. It's just all over the place. Anyways, guys, take care. If you're playing Three Houses, I hate you very much. I'm very jealous, but we're gonna be playing Blue Lines pretty soon. Deuces.